What's going on, everyone? My name is Nicholas Merton here at Data Dash, and today is March 11th of 2019. Well, folks, I hope you are having a great day wherever you are, and today we're going to be spending a decent amount of time to talk about the continuing developments in not only one of the largest scams and Ponzi schemes in cryptocurrency history, but in history in general, and that is the continuing debacle and story of OneCoin. Now, some of you out there might have heard about OneCoin and the absolute mess that it is, and some of you might be hearing about OneCoin for the first time. And there's some good reason for that, not only as to how OneCoin operates, but also the fact that there's been a lack of reporting on it over the past few years. So we're going to be talking about the current developments going on, some of the positive news that just came out, but also how OneCoin has operated as a business and understanding how to spot a Ponzi scheme when it's in front of you. So I hope to provide some value in that sense. So grab a cup of coffee, guys, join into the video, and let's go ahead and dive into it. So the positive developments that have come out as a recent is that the US has arrested the CEO of the multi-billion-dollar fraud that is known as OneCoin. So this is good to see. Now, this CEO, for those of you who don't know, is the brother of the original founder, and the individual's name is Konstantin Ignatov, and they've obviously arrested him over fraudulent charges of operating OneCoin. Now, as I mentioned, the sister, Ruja Ignatova, who is the original founder of OneCoin, has also been charged as well, but she has gone missing. She ran away back in 2017 and gave the leadership roles of OneCoin as a whole to Konstantin and the rest of the board directors of the company. But we have to understand the scale of this Ponzi scheme, guys, and why it's such a big deal to say that we've at least gotten the CEO or someone who's at least closely tied to Ruja, who actually founded this. And the reason that's important is because they have made a whopping 2.2 billion euros or $2.5 billion in profit between 2014 and 2016. Now, bear in mind, you might notice two things. A, we're not even talking about 2017, 2018, and 2019, but that's a lot of money to have been made through 2014 and 2016 when cryptocurrencies weren't even that big. And this, again, amplifies my point that this is a drastic situation. This is a massive scam on grand proportions. In fact, I would say on a dollar value of losses is probably bigger than BitConnect, even though BitConnect had probably a larger market cap. When we're talking about actual liquid cash that was lost here, OneCoin has to be one of the largest scams in history. So we're going to be talking as we go through about not only the positive developments. This is actually an article from Mitchell Moose, who's a guy I met out in Seattle at DevCon. Really awesome guy over at CryptoSlate. But basically, he did a really great job detailing how this was able to operate. And we'll go ahead and talk about really one of the major points as to how it was able to operate. As we'll jump to BitConnect in a little bit as a comparison, BitConnect really took upon the opportunity to utilize features of cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and the speculative wave that was coming through in crypto in order to prolong its Ponzi scheme. And it would have gone longer unless regulators called it out. And the same goes here for OneCoin, but it actually takes something that isn't common in cryptocurrencies, but because people don't do their research and they're sold more on profits and making money, they fell for the trap that OneCoin used. And what was that? Well, it was the absolute control of the currency. A big reason why you probably haven't heard of OneCoin is because it's not traded on exchanges. You can't spend it anywhere. And there's some services we'll look at in a second that they said that you could use it for. But again, the coin was practically seen as an investment, and it was kept under the control of the OneCoin company. And with this, because it had no real value, because there was no real exchange rate, they could basically do what happens commonly through wash trading on exchanges, and that's basically fix the price. They were able to basically, through selling a bunch of packages of these coins, these OneCoins, they were able to take in fiat and give people this digital ownership of something that had no fundamental value. And because of that, they were able to falsify the price and make it seem as if an original investment of half a euro had gone all the way up to practically 30 euros by January of 2019. It was this continuous growth cycle, as we'll take a look at some of the charts later on. And because of this, again, just like in-game digital currencies that people spend a lot of money on, people were doing it with an investment mindset this time around. And they were able to rack in 3.35 billion in sales revenue and earn a profit of 2.23 billion euros. And the reason they have such a nice margin like that is because, well, they're printing the stuff out of thin air. And the only expense they really have is Probably two things. A, running events and meetups to sell this kind of stuff, as well as the website and things of that sort. And then also probably buying off politicians in low to small governments that are corrupt, things of that sort, at least to buy themselves some time. So again, very, very corrupted format to making money. And if you go through, there's some really interesting developments. I mean, for example, this is one that I really found interesting, how, for example, the original CEO and founder had basically mentioned in an email, Ignatova and her co-founder in this case, that her exit strategy for OneCoin was to take the money and run and blame someone else for this. Well, she definitely left someone quite personal to be hit under the bus, but I guess he took on the role, didn't he? Anyways, if you guys want to learn a little bit more about these developments, I recommend you read through the rest of Mitchell's article. It's a good piece, but on a very important topic. And I want to go through some images here just to give you some perspective as to what OneCoin looked like. This was the logo of OneCoin. We can see, obviously, across the board, OneCoin is a well-known scam on the internet. But again, they're not selling this coin to active cryptocurrency investors. They're selling it to people who don't know a damn thing about crypto and people who can give them a ton of money. So there's a few interesting photos here. You can see it, like a picture of some of the conferences and the meetups they would do. The Bitcoin killer, I remember as well. Some people were saying OneCoin was the same as BitConnect. In this case, it was the path to financial freedom. It was a financial revolution. All these big buzzwords that didn't really make much fundamental sense. And then they also have as well, this is a good chart here of how you could use OneCoin, right? For Coin Vegas, Coin Cloud, and One Academy, OneCoin Exchange, like all these businesses that were supposedly built around this currency that, bear in mind, doesn't have any value. So how do these services have value, or at least using this currency on these services? So again, the same old kind of form of marketing, tackling probably a variety of emerging markets where people don't have as good a financial education. But bear in mind, this is something that is not only affecting emerging markets, it's affecting a variety of countries. I remember in Ireland, I had people who I met at my meetup back in January of 2018 who had said that OneCoin had been there as early as 2013 or 2014. So not only that, but the worrying thing is that even as they have the CEO captured, the bad news is that OneCoin can persist. It can keep going. It is still going out there and misleading people. It is still going out there and selling its package so long as they can continue to wire the money in, so long as they can continue to operate their site. And that's the scary thing, folks. These things can go on for a very long time, and they are able to kind of correct it, and they learn over time what convinces people so they can make a very convincing business model. So I'm really interested in seeing if there's a way we can try to stop this kind of stuff. It's kind of difficult to stop a Ponzi scheme. I mean, BitConnect was an obvious example. And, even for example, on my channel, we talked about it, months before it collapsed in this case. And I also was going to do a video as well. Sadly, I wasn't able to fit it in because I did this whole 2 days worth of research and I planned this whole presentation to talk about BitConnect. But I was worried as a YouTuber for getting sued for defamation, right? And not to mention at the time, BitConnect was a multi-billion-dollar Ponzi scheme. So they had a lot of resources at their belt. So these things are very, very powerful and they leave a massive impact on people, but they all have the same exact exit strategy, and that is to make a bunch of money off of you. Now, BitConnect's model differed a little bit from this kind of centralized controlled model of OneCoin. Nonetheless, they did still have central control of things, but they did it through a lot of ignorance as to what cryptocurrencies, how cryptocurrencies should be used, and then also the model as to how BitConnect actually got you to send funds to them. So I'll explain BitConnect real quick just to learn this, because I know it's a little bit separate from OneCoin, but I think it's relevant. To summarize what I would have talked about in my video, outside of the multi-level marketing referral links, outside of the guaranteed returns, basically how BitConnect operated and made money was that it incentivized you to take your Bitcoin, real money in this case, and sell it for BitConnect tokens, right? Or excuse me, to basically sell and purchase BitConnect tokens. And in that case, they're already generating some worthless token that has no real value. But they're getting your Bitcoin. And along with that, the BitConnect tokens don't go most likely into your wallet. You could put it in your wallet, but no one did the damn research to realize that you would actually earn more just keeping it in the wallet. No. See, most people put it into the BitConnect platform, where the Omnis trading bot would earn guaranteed income over time and guaranteed interest. And with this, they were able to practically hold all the money and tell everyone on paper that they're getting rich. Now, could some users withdraw? Absolutely. But when it got big enough, the whole system collapsed, right? So this is a very short summary. Again, I really recommend people look into the wallet aspect. No one really looked into that, and that was the fact that you could earn like 50% more BitConnect tokens, and every month it would decline like 30% more BitConnect tokens if you just staked it in the wallet. But it shows you how they prey on misinformation. They prey on people who don't do their research. And this will continue to persist, guys. It's not something that is native to cryptocurrencies. It's something that is fundamentally built from a misunderstanding of financial education. It's why I'm so passionate about what I do here on the channel, why I love teaching you guys to spot these kind of things. And if we were taught about these things in school or in public education, I don't think these would persist as often. But I think we're a very misinformed society. We have not learned how to be financially sovereign, to be financially literate, and actually understand how to spot these things dead on from a mile away. But I'd like to know what you guys think down below in the comments. How do you think we can stop these kind of things? And also, have you guys ever experienced anything personal or heard any personal stories about OneCoin? Love to hear from you guys down below in the comments. But above all, it is good to see that the CEO has been taken down. I think with this, there's a potential to have a direct connection to finding the CEO and original founder of OneCoin. And with that, we could possibly really bring down this entire pyramid, this entire Ponzi scheme, and start to bring justice to a lot of people who lost a lot of money. So anyways, that's it for the video, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Stay tuned.